Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from Heinz Field.
Go back, 230. Mike Fofo. Rip right.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ready? Wide 80. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
You ready? Check tight. Hey, exit. Yep. 50. We got it. Get ready.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Calais Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Leonard Fournette. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Let's get off the field. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch it, watch it. Switch it, go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Open is Swain, the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go. Mike 50. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar first down.
Ready, break. No team spell. I'm coming after you. Check 26, check 26.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
No. Lose off focus. Watch the twist. Hey, stand off.
On 2nd down and 4, Minshew. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me. Topper. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check 24. Wide. Get wide. Greystone, travel. Snap.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike's 50.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Washington's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Easy.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers. Kill. Turn up. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to loft. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. 3 down. Check 3. 6. Pull it high. Mike's 50. Bring it. Hatch it. Check, go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. What? 55. Come on, guys. 55. Silver. Hey, Charlie. 55. You're not ready. Get it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it makes the score 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ain't no such thing as a look like.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
17.
Here we go. 30 base. Fellas, let's set a tone.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On the double. 15. I don't think you got it, son. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Ready?
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. On 4th down, Minshew. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Results of the play is a turnover on down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with a run by Fournette. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's been a long day for you. He's crashing. He's recon, 132 fighter.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
On the set. 61. Matchbox lights. Check. 6 down. Check 6 down.
On the run, it's Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Now Fournette. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Calais Campbell getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys.